Shalom, my name is Yehoshua. I'm a didactic scientist with emphasis on cognitive behavioral science. I'm making this video from Jerusalem. It comments upon the D.D. Myers interview with Tina Brown at the 92nd Street Y in Manhattan, but its central focus is on the Purdum, her husband, Todd Purdum's article about the whatever it was called, the return of the Bill Clinton id, the comeback id. That's it. That was the name of the article, which raised such a storm. Well, a couple of disclaimers first and foremost. One, it's rather specious to claim about the penchant for libel and Vanity Fair. Vanity Fair makes its money putting up spectacular articles. Look at Hitchens. But the rumors, the slipstream that's out there that Hitchens promoted Todd Purdum's writing of this article, you know, that's really slipstream. And further, that D.D. Myers, had an affair with Clinton when he was in the White House, and this is pushback from Todd. Specious again. Maybe true. Probable? You make up your own mind. With Bill, anything's possible. But okay. A couple of things that are very important to talk about first. Number one, one of the arguments made that is as well specious is that, look, this guy Todd, you're not a doctor. What are you saying that all of a sudden people are telling you in the interview that Bill Clinton is angry all the time? Yes, he is angry all the time. I've noticed it myself, and I'm qualified to make that statement. Now, let's make some differentiation. You may not be a doctor, but in fact, you were observing and commenting empirically upon cognitive and behavioral phenomena. So, a doctor, which doctor are you talking about? Not the one who performed bypass surgery. And the analysis or the assumption that there is a correlation between the bypass and the after effects, it's possible also. But there are other reasons. Okay. And those reasons and those observations are very reasonable. In terms of behavioral science and psychology in general, and cognitive science in particular, but you're neither of them. So okay, so they have a reasonable complaint there. But is he angry all the time? That's not an unreasonable observation. Now, the question is, what explains this? And by the way, the choice of the article, the comeback id, the ego, super ego in the id from the Freudian, it's a lovely, it says a lot. It says a lot. It's an extremely intelligent choice of words. Maybe you're trying to compete with Hitchens. I don't think there's anything to the rumor that Hitchens put Todd up to writing this article, and that this is a hatchet job on Bill Clinton. And the theory that there's pushback for the specious suspicions that Didi had an affair, and Todd is jealous. And he's pushing back, and this is evening the score. All those things I think are really specious. Now let's get to the very important things. There is a primary. There was a lot of campaigns. It's all over. It's finished. And let's face it, Obama is the nominee, and Hillary's angry. So if you want to know who's angry, Hillary's much more angry than Bill. But Bill is angry because the relationship has soured very fundamentally between himself and Hillary. It's been a big disappointment, and there's a lot of pushback there, subliminally coming from the angry little girl. She's projecting very intensely for years now, since the Monica expose, her Kill Daddy program. Now, Bill in the closet was pushing his Kill Mommy program. Now, these are post-Freudian constructs, but they're very important to understanding the complexities of human behavior. So let's get to where we are. And where we are today is we have globally the collapse of the local reality, which brings us to the end of man and mankind's exile. And the God of the cosmos, which Hitchens denies, is a very big God who brought the collapse of the local reality, end of man and mankind's exile. Now for the secular, or secular humanists, or atheists, or agnostics, or nihilists, or you name it, they're all in the same group. The paradigm shift that comes with the collapse of the local reality globally is from the pre-modern, modern to the postmodern era, to the ascent of from a behavioral mammal to a cognitive man. Okay, when the East-West models when models of both East-West systems collapse, we have a new convergence model, which is Humanomics, which is the solution. I'm the author of that. Okay, and it's comprised of two paradigms: the new economic paradigm and the new cognitive behavioral science paradigm. It's the latter paradigm that qualifies me to make these empirical and logical observations about this big flare-up about, this article about Todd Purdum's opinions and observations about Bill Clinton's anger and what possibly explains it and motivates it. The comeback id, the angry little boy, is going and straying, and okay. There's a big pushback. There's a big reaction. There's an immediate 2,500 word pushback from the Clinton camp. It's damage control. Look. The collapse of the local reality has come to, on the personal level, to Bill Clinton and to Hillary Rodham. And it isn't over yet. It would not surprise me, for reasons beyond this little video, that Hillary, when she comes to stand for re-election in New York State, is going to have the other shoe drop. The dime is going to drop on her back home after this very outrageous, from the sequence was really from trying to steal the nomination to trying to buy it, just trying to elbow your way to it, for calling thrice for violence and assassination against the opposition. We've had enough, and we've heard enough. And I agree very much with Keith Olbermann. It's time for this flaming angry little girl to go home. Now, a couple of words to Dee Dee. And I say this without, with no intention to harm. Humanomics, its central organizing principles, receive to give. Its central technology is identity resolution. And I see that you're an angry little girl with a Kill Daddy program, and I see a lot of incitement on the Todd axis here. How much is pushed back from Todd with his Kill Mummy program? I don't know, but there's some very suspicious. There's a saying: honor her but suspect her. Well, it goes double: honor him, honor him but suspect him. Okay, so look. I'm a didactic scientist. I'm the author of Humanomics, the trilogy. It's two paradigms: the new cognitive behavioral science, receive it to give, the new economic paradigm, the integration of labor. That is going to transform the structure of the American economy. Take it from 14 trillion to 45 to 50 trillion. We hope with an Obama presidency. Look, this article that raised such a storm, it's credible, and I think there's much more in it that's correct. And the subtitles, the asides, the subplots are not credible. And so I, in the generality, say that Todd Purdum, Dee Dee's husband, is to his authorship, his article, its content is credible. Enough said. Thank you for listening. I'm Yehoshua Yaakov. This is Made from Jerusalem. Shalom.